Hello bachcho, let us read the question. Assertion: a ladder is more likely to slip when a person is near the top than when he is near the bottom. Reason: the friction between the ladder and the floor decreases as he climbs up. Option A: both assertion and reason are true and the reason is correct explanation of the assertion. Option B: both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not correct explanation of the assertion. Option C: assertion is true, but the reason is false. Option D: assertion is false, but reason is true. इस क्वेश्चन का की कॉन्सेप्ट है टॉर्क. Torque is the amount of force required to cause rotation. Required to rotate an object. So the torque is given by the vector cross product of R and F. Tau is written as R F sin theta. इसको R perpendicular F या R F perpendicular भी लिखते हैं. So R is the distance between the axis of rotation and the point where the force is applied. F is the applied force and R and F should always be perpendicular to each other to calculate the torque. मतलब अगर किसी distance का हम perpendicular component to the force निकालेंगे तो that product will give us the torque. या फिर एक distance का जो force का perpendicular component है with respect to the distance, from that also we can calculate the torque. तो इस problem को solve करने के लिए we will analyze both the assertion and the reason. For rotational equilibrium of the ladder, matlab if the ladder has to be stable without slipping, we have to balance the torques. So therefore जो ladder से torque generate हो रहा है plus the torque generated by the person who's climbing the ladder should be balanced by the torque coming from the frictional forces. So tau L is torque from the ladder tau P is torque from the person and tau F is torque due to friction. अगर the person has climbed to a height h, then the torque due to the person is given by Wp, where Wp is the weight of the person due to the gravitational force into the perpendicular component to Wp of the height to which he has climbed. Similarly, the torque from the friction can be written as normal force multiplied by mu s L perpendicular, where n is the normal force, mu s is the coefficient of static friction and L perpendicular is the perpendicular component of the length of the ladder which is perpendicular to the normal force. तो इस दो इक्वेशन से हम देख सकते हैं कि the frictional force is fixed because of the coefficient of the static friction. तो इसका एक limiting force होता है, whereas the torque generated by the person, वो height ज़्यादा होते होते, the height to which he is climbing, the torque generated from the person will also increase. तो ये जो rotational equilibrium का equation है, because the torque from the person increases as he climbs higher, the frictional force will not increase or decrease, but it will not be able to compensate for the increase in the torque. So therefore, जब कोई ladder पे चढ़ते हैं, the ladder is more likely to slip when a person is at the top than when he is at the bottom. So अभी we will mark the correct option in the question. So assertion that a ladder is more likely to slip when a person is near the top than when he is near the bottom is correct. ताकि reason, which is the friction between the ladder and the floor decreases as he climbs up, is not correct. Therefore, the correct answer to this question is assertion is true, but the reason is false, which is option C. Hope you have understood it well. Best of luck.